Hey, it's Monday and I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to record this or how I'm going to do this. Kind of making this up as I go along now at this point. I got to weld to this angle here because this angle is straight, this box is still a bit bent. I've got to screw it to that edge here, which is not in the best of condition. We've got to weld it to the roof, but we're overlapping because the roof bends down again at that point. So I've got to clean all that up, and the roof bars sag in the middle. So I've got to put a brace across the middle, temporary brace, and then cut loads of little slitty slots and props and pull them back up, especially that end one over there. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I never really thought about it. I just looked at the job and thought what's got to be done. And we'll figure it out when we get to it, which is pretty much what the whole car's all about, really. Look, this is just a bit of fun, that's all it is. Don't take it too seriously. It is a bit of fun. What's just called Scallywag. See, I've already cut that out. Now I spent about an hour off camera just trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to get a 1.5mm thick piece of steel to curve with that roof, and there's only one way I think it's going to do it with the tools that I got. Can't heat it up because I warped the metal. Can run it through the bead roller. We can put beads on that, give it some style. I suppose I could do that. That would also help bend and keep it straight. I'll do that actually. I'll put beads on it. If my bead roller will allow me, I'll have to wait till the wife comes home. I need some help with that bit. That's what I'll do. We'll mark it. I'm on my own. Holding a whopping great piece of metal like that in the bead roll is not easy. Fortunately, I never got the line straight. That's really bad. I could hammer that out, get it all flat, yeah, warp the metal, but that don't matter too much because I could run it through again. Problem is I'm on my own, and to top it all up, that hasn't worked anyway. What it did is it curved it that way, which I should have really realised. I mean, I could have gone lengthways, widthways, sorry, and that might have done something, but do you know what, I'm going to give up on that idea. So I've got one more thing I can try, and if this doesn't work, I've run out of metal and I am not buying any more. Temporary brace in the middle, very temporary. I've decided that we will go that way over with the metal, all of that, the one piece I got left, and maybe trim the one that's in the shed that I cocked up. We'll see what we got. I really wanted to use them on the bulk edge, you see, but I'll have to buy another sheet when the alley I'm saving for that job. Okay, well, you probably don't know this, but I am struggling, and I have been struggling since I woke up this morning with this. However, we've got a line to follow and it's kind of working, but I've lost that beautiful curve that I had up here. I've lost it, but when you look at the end, it goes sort of flat anyway, so I'm not going to fret over it. And I did notice, I think it's a DS5 Range Rover, it's got a similar shape on the roof line, so yeah, okay, so it went a bit wrong. Well, I am not going to lie, I'm worried sick it's going to sag in the middle. Don't like the angles at all, really. You got that lovely sweep up there, and then it goes there. But there's not a lot I can do about it. I'd rather have it on as it is than not at all, or have it worse than what it is, and believe me, it was heading for worse. Anyway, I haven't welded right up against that edge there because I've got to tuck the next piece under, and we'll rivet that one down and screw it to the end, weld it underneath, and do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, I'd love to tell you that I deliberately put that angle in there that doesn't match that angle. I'd love to tell you there is a logical reason for it, but the simple reason is I didn't. And what I should have done is I should have put another bar in there, and that would have kept the shape beautifully. But I didn't, because I didn't think I needed it, but my instincts were saying I did, but I didn't do it. If that makes any sense. My lazy ass decided not to do it. That side didn't go so bad because I had this overlapping this first and then cut that in and then welded as best as I could. Look, the wind was blowing every time I pressed the bleeding trigger. But unfortunately this side did not go so well. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you I did that deliberately. Obviously I didn't. I'm going to tell you I did. And the reason I did it deliberately is I want to put a bracket on there for my high lift, which I'll probably never use because they're bloody dangerous and they end up smacking your face in and all that lot. But I'm probably going to put a cut, flatten that bit off there, push that out, push that in, put a plate in there, checker plate, bracket, and I'll put that up there, and that's out of the way, well out of the way, and it was deliberate. Well, I was expecting that to bag up when I did that roof. We're not finished yet. Let me just get in a position where I can show you. There you go. Quite pleased with that. All things considered, the challenges that were set forward. What's the old saying? Divide and conquer. Well, I don't know about that. That almost beat me. So that's all been ground down now. I just got to put pop rivets in, some sealant. And I say that roof line for now is done at least. There you go. Cool, huh? Right guys, we are done. Well, we're done for today. There is sealant under all the joins, but we've got a lot more holes to drill. My shoulder is in a lot of pain, so we'll do that another day. Or I'll find somebody else to do it. Right, what's left? What is left? Loads. What are we going to do? That's the question I'm asking myself at the moment. So I think tomorrow we've got rain anyway, so there's not a lot I can do. I can't even put oil over this. I can't even put the tilt over it because of the sealant. So tomorrow I might cut the gutter and have a go at putting that in. I don't know where my head is going. We've had a bit of rain. It's supposed to be showers all day. Anyway, this whole thing. The roof, the walls. And this is what you get for your money. Bloody pleased with that, even if I did get a couple of the lines a little bit crooked. This ain't easy to do, I might add. Some of you are probably laughing at this. Trust me, it ain't easy to do. Secondly, it's even harder to do with a homemade blinking bead roller that just wants to crack and creak, and this is what it is. It's as simple as that. And quite frankly, I like it. I like it a lot. It is starting to look like a van, which is exactly what I set out to do. So we've just got to trim up the upper layer. I'm just debating if I still want to go ahead with the polishing idea, because I've now added shed loads of scratches. There are dents everywhere and I'm not really sure about it all. But I'm happy with that actually. So we've got the wood to go in eventually when I cut those boards up, which I'll do Monday. I'll do the wood Monday next week. So if you're here for the wood today, you'll have to tune in next Friday for that if it don't rain on me. Damn, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy. Even if that line at the bottom does sink a little bit, but we can put, as I said, I can pull that back with the wood. Now, colour schemes. We said yellow, didn't we? Ain't happening. Well, I say it ain't happening. I'm not planning to at this point. I don't know yet. We'll see. I had another colour scheme in mind, something I saw on telly the other day, but now I've had time to get over the idea of it and time to think about what I saw and process everything. I'm now actually thinking maybe that was too much. So I don't know. Anyway, several reasons for the aluminium. One is to keep the weight down because I've already got solid steel. That's one of the reasons. Second is I haven't got any more metal and I don't really want to weld it in anyway, so I want more rivets on this because I'm trying to get that period look, and a lot of cars were riveted in them days, I think, I believe, and if they weren't, tough, because that's still what I want anyway. So god damn man, that's good. Sorry, I keep praising myself up here, but I've never done anything like this before in my life, so I'm so pleased with that. Yeah. Right, moving on. Okay, so they're all trimmed now. I need to put a piece of metal behind that line that I've got going on here. There's going to be a row of rivets going there. Unfortunately, the job of work I did didn't go so well on the back panel. But hey, there you go. It's one of them things, isn't it? We'll put that on. I'm not polishing that up, so that it's going to take too much effort. Same with that one at the front. Everything's going to get the same colour or multiple colours, depending on where I go with the paint job. I ain't going to give too much away. Decision's been made up there. I'm going to put a window in. I like that. We'll cut, whack it out, put a plate in, cut, whack it out, put a plate in, and we'll get some perspex that we've got in the shed, cut that, and I've got some old window frames that I'll slice up because I can't, the window frames are too big to do any good, if I'm honest, but we'll do that anyway. I think that's going to be the best option. So there you go. That's one. That is one done today. I will finish the other side, and then we're going to make up a steel plate to go in along that back edge. It's going to sweep down a little bit, and then we'll cut the guttering and we'll weld the guttering on. And then I can definitely say this week's video is done. Need on me. Right, today is Thursday. We'll try and get as much done as we possibly can. My goal today was to get both sides riveted up, get the framework put in, and then get the gutter in. We've had some pretty miserable rain this morning. The wind isn't doing me any favours. Anyone who knows anything about welding, wind and MIG welders, there's not a mix that works. So yeah, we'll put this brace in first, then we're going to put the sheets in. Then we're going to cut a piece of steel out to put in here to come down, and then we're going to put the gutter on once we've machined the guttering. So that's me the bleeding hump this has. I was just about to weld that metal in while the camera was charging, and the welder decided to weld the welding wire to the inner tube, you know, the wire feed. So I've just had to sort that all out, and while I was sorting all of that out, blasted skies opened up. So It's about 3 in the afternoon. That was 11 when I spoke to you last. So, I just packed everything up as quick as I could. There you go, we're finished. Well, we're finished for the week. Monday we will continue with the guttering. What we've done on the back is angle iron, and I chopped that down with the plasma cutter, and I intend to do exactly the same thing on the side. So we've got a little bit of evenness going on, and we'll take it off from the old gutter if we can, and we'll try and keep everything the same sort of size and whatnot. Once we've got that one done, we will then bring our attention, and I might do this over the weekend because it's a reasonably quiet job actually, all things considered. The other tin work that needs to be done on this side, so we've got to glue all of that in. We've got to also put a reinforcement there as well for the pot riveting, which I managed to cock up on that side, but hey, it's in. That's all I care about at this point. Now, I can't remember what was in the video that I've made. I want to explain as very fast and very quickly as I can why that roof didn't go as well as planned. I got it almost perfect on the last one because I suddenly realised that I could put the metal on the floor and literally 1 foot on the end and bend it and get a basic shape, which I did there. Didn't do it on that one, definitely didn't do it on that one. What I did do on that one is I put big industrial ratchet straps over, and unfortunately when they went tight, they pulled that in tight, and I tell you, I'm losing sleep over that because I don't like it at all. So whether I pick this up again and repair that problem is well, that'll be for another week because I'm just not sure at the moment. I want to put windows there. I'm thinking windows, but I don't think windows will look right on a panel van. I mean, we'll stand here, look. Can you imagine a window there? I don't know if that's going to work. So I may very well put a relief cut in there and attempt to pull that out up to about that point there, maybe a little further, and pull that up, pull that out, and then maybe put something in the middle. Or the other thing I might do is, with a spare piece of metal, is actually make 2 new sides and rivet them on. I ain't joking, that's the only way I can really see this working. So that's another job for another week, because that is already eating away at me, and I only did it the other day and I was jarring me off already. So when I look at that, it's like, why didn't I get that done properly? Why didn't that go properly? Why did I allow myself to do that? It's niggling me massively, and it will set the tone for me, my attitude throughout the rest of this. If I get that wrong, then my attitude will go downhill and I'll just muck it all up because I just can't be arsed because the first bit didn't go right. I need to readdress that really. So with that in light, with that in mind, next week we get the guttering done on both sides, we get the other panels done on the other sides, and then we're going to get, over the weekend we're going to get the other mudguard made up because we've still only got the one for the back, which you can see over there. Once I've done that, we will then start doing something about this here floor because we don't have one at all. So I need to scrape all that muck off that I put on, maybe even take the seats out. Well, it's too late for those though, they're pretty ruined, but we could get the seats out, give them a good power wash. Maybe not. I also want to put a liner up on the walls as well. I want to get some fiberglass, which I've got behind the shed, actually make a liner that can screw on. So that'll be something for one of the weeks to come. But next week we're definitely doing this floor. The framework for the wheel arches is getting done. We've already got the checker plate there for this hole here, which amazingly fits perfectly, and I never measured it to fit. It just flukily came out the way it did. I don't mind admitting. Actually, it was all skill really, but you know. And we've also got to drill these holes. When I say we, I've assigned that to somebody else. Oh, so they've got to be drilled out. That'll be the back end almost done. Then we need to find a fuel tank, and once we find a fuel tank, we'll start the scuttle. This is going to take me another, to get it further ahead. I mean, I've got all the materials, I just got to get on with it. So welding gas, cutting discs, stuff like that is all I've got to keep buying. Windscreen wipers being a nuisance at the moment. I need another one of them because I want that to go up there, because I'm definitely going to still try and do that flip window, that safari window. But we've got that scuttle to sort out after this. So the tank goes in, scuttle gets done, battery tray gets built, rock sliders go on, then we move it up there. We fire it up for the first time, fix the clutch, and we move it up here. We get it jacked up, we get all the oils sorted out on it, because I haven't done all the oil on it yet. Diff box, transfer box hasn't been done. Engine is, gearbox hasn't, that's been drained. I've got to get that sorted and all the rest of it. So we've got oils to do, brakes work fine. I've got to lengthen the brake pedals, and another job I want to do is I want to take the floor out on the driver's side, completely remove that floor, because these pedals are too short and my legs are cramped up in there, so I need a little bit more. I need to get the floor down to here if it can be done. I don't know if it can yet. I think the manifold might be in the way. So that's another job that has got to be addressed. Now I can definitely say we are done. Fridays I'm not working, Saturdays I don't work, Sundays I don't work, for the sake of peace and quiet and tranquility for the residents. So we're done. Can't do no more on this video. So Monday, unless I get a window today, Monday I'll pick it all up again. So I just want to say thank you very much for you looking in and clicking the like buttons and the share buttons. You know the old saying that everyone on YouTube that uploads videos, but it's important. It's important for us because we work so hard to produce the videos. So as you showing your appreciation is how we look at the like button and all the comments that you give. So for that and that only, thank you very much. And I think this is it, we're done. So I will see you Monday. Laters, have a good weekend.